Center for Spiritual Living Yolo, coming to you live from beautiful Grand Trace here in downtown Winters, California. Good morning and welcome. We're so happy that you're here. It's a little hot, but it's really cool inside my soul. I expect to be blessed. I expect to be blessed. Put my faith to the test, let life fully express. And yes, 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 I expect to be blessed. I expect to be blessed. And I expect to be blessed. And I expect to be blessed. Put my faith to the test, let life fully express.
Yolo. My name is Reverend David Clark, and I'm the senior minister here. And it is my distinct pleasure to welcome you all here today on this balmy, hot summer morning. And balmy, hot, summer, blessed morning, as we are all blessed, as we have been talking about all month. So welcome, special welcome to our online audience. Our stream is going out loud and proud today, and we are so happy and blessed to have you here with us as well. Good morning, Billy Larkin, our musical director.
Good morning, David. How are you?
I'm great, buddy. You got some original music?
I do have a couple of some of my favorite songs, original songs, sharing today. And I just wanted to update you. You let me mention before the Blue Rose House Concert Series that's been going on. And our last one was very successful, thank you. David Tell did a great show. It was amazing. I had so much fun playing with him and learning his book. And maybe he'll call me again for another gig, which would be amazing. And also want to let you know, July 14th is our next Blue Rose House Concert. And this is going to be the Grammy Award-winning pianist Greg Karukas is going to be blessing us with some solo piano on our new grand piano in our living room. Now, seating is limited because we're doing it inside. So if you want to see that concert, it's going to be amazing. Just register as soon as you can.
Yes, and what's the website, Blue Rose?
BlueRoseWoodland.com.
Awesome. Thank you, Billy. Can't wait to hear you. I was going to say a little later, but throughout the service, I look forward to anything that you play, Billy. So we enter into July, and I'm not going to see you all before the 4th of July. So I just wanted to say happy 4th of July to you. And just to say a little bit about America for a moment. Can I talk about our beloved country? I love America. I love America. It is my home. Oh, thank you, Billy. I just picked up on that. You're sharp. But I love America. It is my home. And the last election and this election, I hear a lot of people saying, well, this person's elected, I'm leaving the country. That person's elected, I'm leaving the country. Look, don't give up on the promise that America is. it is a great country, and it's built on the principles of freedom and equality. And it is unique in the world. But I stop short of saying that it is the greatest nation in the world. I love my home. I love my country. And I know that everybody out there that is from a different country or has experienced a different place, that you love where you're from. You love your country. And I'm not sitting up here saying that my love is more important than your love because I love the greatest country and you're not the greatest. No, we can all be great. And we can all be in love with where we're from. And have that love be just as important as the next person's love. So yes, I love our country. And no, I don't, that doesn't mean that your country is worse than my country. We can all love our homes. So in that energy and in that tone of love, I celebrate the 4th of July as the birth of something that's really special in this world. So, moving on, we have a thrilling announcement for you later on in the service that is going to be very exciting, and I'm very excited to announce that to you. So that's just a little teaser for later on. But right now, what do I want to do? Trying to get back on track here.
Why are we here?
Why are we here? What is science of mind, you ask? I know that you're asking that question. Well, science of mind is what we study here at the Center for Spiritual Living, Yolo. It is a teaching that focuses on spiritual principles and how to bring about our good in our lives by our will through thought, belief, and the interconnectedness of all life. Quite simply, it is the realization that God is not outside somewhere. It is within us at all times, near us, listening to us, responding to us, embracing us, loving us at all times. So that brings us to what else we believe in this community. So we have 4 core beliefs. I want to share those with you now. Number 1, we believe that love is all there is. Everything is an expression of love, a reflection of love, a call to love, a response to love. Love is intertwined in everything that we do, so it behooves us to pay attention to what we love and how we love in our lives. And just a little teaser for next month, we're talking about love all month, and the theme of next month is Let Love. And we're going to be talking about how we can let love do what it does and what those effects can be in our lives. So I'm very excited about that. So number 2, we believe that all thought is creative and influential. Thoughts are things. And everything in your life has been preceded by thought. So we pay a lot of attention to what we think and what we believe in this philosophy. Number 3, we believe to the center of our being that you are whole, perfect, and complete, exactly as you are right now. Whole, perfect, and complete. The you that is you, beyond all your conditions, beyond all your initiatives, beyond everything that you want to do, beyond everything that you have done. You are whole, perfect, and complete right now. We believe this about ourselves, and we believe this about you. Number 4, we believe in a world that works for everyone. And we believe that this world currently works for everyone. Yes, because it's all based on love and law and cause and effect. And that's just what we're in the midst of right now. And the blessing is that we can change our world as we deem fit. We just add in a different cause, and we will get a different effect. So we are learning how to use those rules and laws in our life to bring about the world that we want to experience, and the world that we want to see. So now it's time for my favorite time of the day. It's our Namaste time, a time when we get to look each other in the eye and say and acknowledge that whole, perfect, and complete shard of the infinite that lies within each and every one of us. And we do that by saying namaste. So. And if you're so inclined, please say namaste to our online audience that's sitting here on the just beyond our sight. Wonderful. So now I'd like to welcome up our practitioner of the day, Dr. Deborah Taylor. She's going to share with us our vision and mission and today's affirmation. Good morning, Deborah.
Good morning, CSL Yolo. My phone is not cooperating. So let's just take a breath. Boy, it's nice and cozy and warm in here, huh? Well, you know, this is the Central Valley. It is almost July. So here we are. But as I say, warmth is a sign of life. Yeah? It's a sign of life. If we were all like cold, our bodies were cold, we would be dead. So I celebrate that warmth right now. So I'm going to engage in our vision and mission statements with you guys, and I'll read them to you, and then I'm going to invite you to participate in bringing this vision and mission forth today in your own special way. So, here's our vision statement for the Center for Spiritual Living, Yolo. Our vision is to create an environment for all to realize the power of connection. So let's say that together. Our vision is to create an environment for all to realize the power of spiritual connection. Spiritual connection. That's connection. So we want to connect in every way, spiritually as well as physically, emotionally, mentally, all those ways. And really, they are all an expression of spiritual connection, for we are spiritual beings. So the mission here at CSL Yolo is to provide a sanctuary for all to be lifted and inspired to embody spiritual principles and live their inherent greatness. So I'm going to invite you to just take a breath and just go in for a moment and just allow that feeling of embodiment of this mission to well up within your heart, your mind, your spirit, as we say it together. Our mission is to provide a sanctuary for all to be lifted and inspired to embody spiritual principles and live their inherent greatness. Yes. So I will share our affirmation with you. For as we know, as we are, so is the world that we experience. So just allow these words to wash over you, permeate your very being, and then I will invite you to anchor them in your own words. As I express gratitude for my blessings, I create a ripple effect of joy and abundance in the world around me. I'm going to read that again. As I express gratitude for my blessings, I create a ripple effect of joy and abundance in the world around me. So let's just say that together. As I express gratitude for my blessings, I create a ripple effect of joy and abundance in the world around me. Wow. You feel that ripple? And you know when the ripple goes out, it comes back. So what you put out there comes back to you. So let's just put out that gratitude. And more things will come to be grateful for. So I'd like to invite our board vice president to share the happenings around here this week and this month. Casey, welcome.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
All right, so very exciting coming up on Sunday, July 14th. Greg Karukas will be playing at the Blue Rose, which is in Woodland at Billy's house. I've been to a concert and it was amazing, so hopefully y'all can join for that. That's Sunday, July 14th at 6 p.m. It is $30, and we do ask that you register to attend, and because it's during kind of like a dinner. Light refreshments will be served.
Kind of doing a nighttime brunch.
Great, yes, hope to see you all there.
Brunch for dinner.
And next up, Patrick. I mean, we're just surrounded by stars here. Patrick will be playing in Davis. So please come see Patrick perform live on the drums with his Irish band, Stout Rebellion. It's Irish folk, Celtic rock, traditional songs with a hint of punk rock. That'll be live in the park, in Central Park in Davis, at the Davis Farmers Market. And that's Wednesday, July 10th from 4 to 8 p.m. I will be there for that. So I was there. And then finally, Crush MS. We are asking you all to help support us and support our center in Napa. That's July 27th at the Reed Family Vineyards. And there'll be wine, food, music, and an auction. And then we have one more announcement from Reverend David. Thank you.
Thank you, Tracy. Well, I'm very pleased to announce that, as I fumble for my papers, that we got a new class, people. And it is heartivism. I think I told you guys about that before. I teased it when I got back from convention. Well, that is finally coming to fruition, and I'm very pleased to announce that we are going to be having this class. It's going to start on July 23rd on Tuesday, and then run every Tuesday for 5 sessions.
It says 22nd.
Ah. Who edited these slides?
That would be you, dear.
Oh, wait a minute. This is me. I can only be so upset with myself. Despite what that says, it is the 23rd on Tuesday that this begins. And so, what is heartivism? Heartivism is where activism meets heart, and we're called upon in this divided world to pick a side. Pick a side and get on it and stay on it. And once you're on that side, you fight for that side, and you have a built-in enemy. And who's that enemy? Well, it's those folks on the other side. It's the people that think oppositely than we do. The people that oppose us, the people that are against us. We have a fight going on. And that's what a divided world presents to us, is a fight. And so, I don't know about you, but these last few years, I'm getting a bit of rage fatigue. And rage fatigue for me is just, I'm tired of being upset. I'm tired of looking at the news and being upset about what people are saying and about what people are doing, and being on my side and shaking a fist at those people on the other side, and this never-ending conflict. And that had my heart searching for another way to deal with this, another way to work through our issues, and another way to be an activist and to make change without necessarily taking up arms. And that's what heartivism is all about. It's all about being a servant, not a savior. It's all about listening, doing more listening than talking. It's about making connections. It's about uniting. It's about approaching opposing viewpoints with an open mind and an open heart, just to have dialogue, not necessarily with the intent to win. Because when we have conflicts, the only way that you can have peace is to end the conflict, right? And the only way you can end the conflict is absolute total victory over the other side. And I am here to tell you that absolute total victory of the other side ain't coming anytime soon. So that's what this 5-week class is. It's an exploration of how to get into this heartivism mindset, what it is, how to embrace it, and how to use it to affect change. The change from within, and some change from without as well. So that is the announcement. That starts on January 23rd, and I cannot wait to see you there. And I'm going to be talking about nothing but this for the next few weeks. So we're going to have things on our website, and we're going to have things for you to examine, for you to sign up. Oh, one last thing, as I'm rambling on and on, which reverends tend to do. It is a kind of a price as you go. It's there's a term for it, and I did not write it down. But if you find value in the class, then just donate to whatever you feel that value is. So there is no set price. So you can just come and just learn, and it's all happening on Zoom, and I really hope to see you out there. So now I hand this back over to our musical director, Billy, who's going to get us into the more contemplative part of the service.
Thank you, David. That sounds really exciting. Please join me in singing Holy, Holy.
Oh
walk within the holy light of
Good morning. This morning we have our secret reading is from the Science of Mind magazine from July 2001. But great joy should accompany everything that we do, and expectancy, love everything, praise everything, recognize all things, believe all things, accept all things. There is a laughter of God. Let's laugh it. There is a song of the universe. Let's sing it. There is a hymn of praise. Let's praise it. There is a joy, a beauty. There is a deep, abiding peace. Let's experience it. Thank you. And welcome back, Dr. Deborah, with our invocation.
Thank you, Heather. So as we stand into the blessing of the service, I would like to, as we enter this time in this country of symbolizing freedom, I want to talk a little bit about freedom. Because we are free. Sometimes it doesn't feel like it, but the freedom lies in the fact that we have choice. We have the freedom of choice. And sometimes the choices don't feel like, much of a gift, but the awareness and the realization that we have choice over how we feel is the ultimate freedom. We have choice of how we feel. So I'd just like to take that into prayer and into consciousness. As I realize that there is only one of us here. And that is that infinite presence of love that we may call by many names. God, Shiva, Jungle, Himaya, Mother Earth, Father Sky, we may call it love. And as I am a divine emanation and expression of that highest vibration of love, of freedom, I know that that is the truth of each one here, that indeed is the truth of all creation, all that has been, is, and yet to be. And so I simply stand in gratitude for this awareness as I bless the service and bless the surrendered vessel, Reverend David, the surrendered vibration, Billy Larkin, the surrendered transmission that is the service. As I stand in gratitude for all who have shown out to prepare the space, allowing their love to lead the way. All who have shown up in person and all who have shown up in the stratosphere. For we are all one with all creation in this universe and all universes. So the love ripples out and it is rippling back in. All is well. And so I invite all to join with me in anchoring this truth with words from our African tradition, Ashe. Words of agreement from our Native American tradition, Aho. Words of agreement from the Abrahamic, Judeo-Christian, Islamic traditions, Amen. And in our own words of science of mind. For it is so right now, as we say, and so it is.
Thank you, Deborah. The first song that I would like to share with you today is called Fall Into Grace, and I was thinking about this. You know that trust exercise that you do, where the person's standing there and he has to fall backwards and know that the people are going to be behind you and they're going to hold you up and not let you hit the ground. That's kind of how I feel about approaching spirit and approaching manifestation and approaching grace is surrender, is a release. It's not an active thing, it's more passive, just allow it to happen. So this is called Fall Into Grace. Just let the past go. Hold on to the now. 'Cause we will never really know the where and the what and the when and the how. But we should fall into grace. And yes, we're gonna fall into grace. There will be no trace of any doubt. This is what faith This is what faith is all about, and we should fall into grace. There is a secret to falling. Just release and let go. Trusting in God is our calling. And right into grace we will flow. We will fall into grace. Yes, we're gonna fall into grace. And there will be no trace of any doubt. This is what faith is all about. And we should fall into grace. Fall into grace. Fall into grace. Fall into
Billy Larkin, people. So, hey, guess what week this is? It is Testimony Sunday. It's the Sunday when we get to come up and talk about how God is working in our lives. And as we've been talking all week, we know that God is infinite. And so the good of God is infinite. And so our blessings that we get from God are infinite. So we're surrounded in blessings because we're always followed by God no matter where we go. God within. And so this is our chance to kind of proclaim that. And it doesn't have to be some big giant thing. Sometimes God comes through in like little tiny ways. And I'll tell you what happened to me. A couple of weeks ago, we were, I did a talk here, and I talked about my dad extensively. And in the run-up to that talk, I was thinking about my dad a lot. And thinking, and just remembering little things, and it's like, man, I wish I'd asked him about that. Oh, geez, and then invariably missing him because he's no longer with us. But he was heavy on my mind because I was incorporating him into this talk. And so we happened to be down. Oh, and a little thing about my childhood. I'll lead with that. My dad was in the Army, and he spent 3 years in Japan, stationed in Japan. And so he really got into Japan and the Japanese culture, and he and my mom, they just loved it in Japan. They're always telling us about their times there. One of the things that they brought back from Japan was a little doll figurine of a geisha girl. And it was it was very ornate. She had a beautiful kimono on, and she was probably about that big. And in a glass case, in a custom glass case. And she had a hat, and she had a beautiful kimono, and she had other bits of flair that were all over. I don't know the names, so I don't want to disrespect what she was wearing, but she was beautiful. Beautiful painted face, and I was a very inquisitive child. So when you say, hey, don't go into that cabinet, I'm going to go into the cabinet. That's just me. And I spent a lot of time in trouble, as you probably realize. But with this particular item, I never opened that glass case. It wasn't locked or anything, it was just kind of closed, but I never went in there because I was so precious to my parents. If I did anything to disturb that, I might not be here speaking to you today. So I took that very seriously. So this thing was kind of just held in the highest. So here we are, we're fast forward to present day. We're going to a friend's show in Nevada City. In Nevada City, very far away. And so we're up there in the hills, and I'm walking up to the show. We see the show, it's great, it was rent. And so we're on our way. I'm on my way back down the hill to pick up the car to go and drive home. As I'm walking down the street, their main street has a bunch of little stores, and the stores are beautiful. All kinds of little antique stores and knick-knack stores and all that. As I'm walking, I've got my head down. I just happen to look up. Just happen to look up and see this. That's exactly what has been in my living room of my house that I grew up in my entire life. I've never seen one anywhere else. I know that they exist, but I've never seen one in person anywhere. Except for that night, that Saturday night before I did the talk about my dad. Amazing. Just that little thing that I happened to look up and glance and see filled my heart with such joy and such blessed assurance that I'm in the right place at the right time, that God is sending me a little gift. Saying, hey, remember your dad? Remember your family? Remember how you grew up? And so, it's little things like this that we can testify about. Little things like this that we can take and say, hey, I am cared for, I am loved, I am uplifted. There's proof right there that it's not speaking to anyone else but me. I'm the only one that's getting this feeling from this item. So I feel that message was tailored for me. And that also makes me feel very special, very loved, and very cared for. And these things are happening in all of our lives at all times. So we have a couple of planned testimonies. And then I want to just put the call out to the congregation, to the community, and see if you guys have anything that you want to testify about. So we're just going to have some short, and we're going to keep these short so we can keep it moving. But the first testimony is from my stepdaughter, somebody that you all may know and love, through our tales of her recent adventures. So come on up, please, and grab that microphone that's sitting right there. And welcome her up. Welcome her. She's a little nervous. I said, there's nothing to be nervous about. Everyone here loves you. So,
Is this on?
yes, it is on. So I'm going to help her out with her testimony a little bit. So Elise.
Yes, Dave.
You just had a procedure. You want to tell everybody what that procedure was?
Yeah, so I just had scoliosis surgery. I got 2 big metal rods put all the way in my back, from just under my neck all the way down to just above my butt. Yeah, it was a very extensive surgery, 7 hours. Yeah.
And this was a big deal, right? You had been suffering with scoliosis for almost 20 years.
Yeah, so I first got screened for scoliosis in middle school. They do the screening where you wear, I don't know if it's still the same now, but you wear a bathing suit that just before gym, this specialist comes in and checks everything. Well, they checked my back and they were like, you need to go to the doctor. And I was like, what? Why? So I came home, told my mom, I was like, Mom, something's wrong with me. I said, I need to go to the doctor. She said, why? I said, well, they were checking my back. She's like, okay. I was like, what? She's like, well, our family has a history of having bad backs, and so we just gotta go get you tested out. Went to the doctor, got an x-ray. Turns out I had scoliosis. So the procedure for that normally is going and getting a brace measured to your body, everything like that. And then you have to wear it for certain times, like 30 minutes, and then an hour, and then so on and so forth. And then you're basically wearing it every day, so it's part of your clothing, part of your daily routine.
So you went through this whole extensive process, but it didn't make the scoliosis go away. And in subsequent years, you suffered with this.
Yes, day after day, pain, couldn't breathe. It was just turning into a daily process of when is the pain going to start, when is it going to flare up, am I going to be okay, how long can I, do day-to-day tasks, go to work, not have pain, how long is the pain going to last, everything like that. It just became expensive.
So this procedure had existed for many years, but you resisted getting the procedure. Why did you not want to do that?
There wasn't really a specific reason. I remember the exact place that my mom and I were. We were driving home, and I looked at her and I said, Mom, I had this gut feeling that I had to cancel the surgery. Like, no reason. I just had a random, strong gut feeling that I needed to cancel the surgery. So I turned to my mom and I said, I cannot do the surgery. And I was 16 at the time, so I didn't know what was going on. But I turned to her and I said, you need to cancel the surgery. I can't do it. I'm not doing it.
So fast forward 16 years.
Yep.
And a whole lot of pain after that. What made you decide to go ahead and do it?
Well, we found this specialist that was recommended to my mom's knee doctor, right?
My back doctor. Right?
Back doctor recommended him. We got an appointment, and I went into his office, and all over his walls in the room where we were was just certificates and patient letters, testimonies saying how much this doctor helped their lives, how much it helped them, everything like that. And I just was surrounded by just like, oh my gosh, like I felt safe there. I felt like this is where I needed to be, and this is the doctor that was going to do my back surgery without question. Like I wanted my back surgery, like that decision, as soon as I went to the office.
So I should also include, because I was there, I should also include that before you guys went to the specialist, you had made up your mind that you were going to get this surgery.
Yeah, I did.
But you didn't know who, you didn't know what, anything else, but you made up your mind, I'm getting the surgery. And then after you did that, then you met the perfect surgeon.
Yes, yeah.
In the perfect situation.
Yeah, it was almost like I was called to him, and he was called to me.
Yes. Initiated by your belief.
Yes.
By your desire to have the surgery. And so the best situation appeared.
Yes.
And so, fast forward, you had the surgery. You are here now. You had the surgery how long ago?
4 months ago.
4 months ago. Open back surgery, twist your spine, make it straight, all that stuff. And that has happened, and here you are.
2 inches taller. And I went from a 63-degree curve to a 10-degree curve.
Wow.
Yes, amazing. And you wanted to thank the people that were treating for you, that were knowing your best.
Yes. I wanted to give a special thanks to everybody in this room that treated for me and prayed for me. Thank you so much. I definitely needed it. I could feel all of the love from you guys and the treatments, all of it. I could feel all of it, and that's what made me also so positive and so just knowing that the surgery was going to work and be so good for me because of your guys' support. So I thank you guys. I thank you.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you, Elise, for sharing that. That was wonderful. And it has been quite a journey, let me tell you. So we've got another testimony from our music director, Billy Larkin. What does he have to tell us about? I wonder.
Oh, sorry.
Here you go, Billy.
I like that interview thing. Yeah.
You don't get that treatment. You just have to talk.
Oh, I'll interview you.
No, I just wanted to, it's been in my mind, this almost want to call it the manifestation timeline. This and this and this and this. And I feel like it's also like a train with all these different cars, and you can go forward in the train, you go back in the train keeps going forward. And the most incredible journey that I've done has been this journey to be here in California with all of you. And it's a wonderful step-by-step thing. I won't get into too much detail. I think some of you guys know some of it, but first I had to meet the most incredible partner I've ever had in my life. You guys know her, Erica. And we both wanted to go to California. And she started sending that out. I'd been sending that out for a number of years at that point. And so she has a beautiful daughter with a wonderful ex-husband, Mas. You guys might know him as well. And so she told Mas, I want to move to California. He said, okay, but you have to move to Davis. Which is so arbitrary. I said, what's a Davis? I have no idea what that is.
What's a Davis?
And so she got a job at University of California, Davis. I was leaving a really bad job that I had for 20 years. And I was just able to retire at the earliest age for a smaller pension. But I had to get out, and I asked my HR director, I said, can I retire? She goes, yeah, you can. I was like, oh, fantastic, that's been great. And so I kind of and then COVID hit, and they sent us all home, and then I never came back to that office. And the next thing I knew, I was moving out to Davis. Erica had come out earlier, and she found one of the best apartments that you could find in Davis, a very difficult thing to do. We had this beautiful backyard. We loved it, and then we were all just kind of getting a little close on each other and started thinking of the next thing on the timeline, and it was a house. And that's where our house in Woodland, and we're having these wonderful concerts, and it's amazing. Then Erica's still running around with it. We gotta get a piano. I'm like, we can't get a piano, they're too expensive, they're too hard to keep up. And no, we're gonna get a piano. And sure enough, the right person, the right time, showed up, perfect. The piano I wanted, I sat down, said, this is it. We just got through the process of kind of getting that all tuned up. So it's been this incredible journey. At the same time, in the middle of all this incredible happiness manifestation, I'm also diagnosed with stage 4 prostate cancer. I'm like, this is kind of interesting, And I'm still working on finding what that blessing is, where that place is, what that train car is about. And I know I'm going to figure it out. I'm already getting little clues, one of which is play every concert like it's your last concert, right? Which is good advice. Do everything that way, right? And so that's I'm searching for that, and I know all of your love. I feel it. And I'm going to end, as David said, some are really big, and some are really small, right? And they're kind of neat, funny, right? So we've got this savings account that we set up, like cashed in a life insurance policy, and we had this money. We wanted to have this money to move into the house, And then every once in a while, it's there to be used. And Erica's like, yeah, I had to go in and take $1,000 out. I said, well, my reaction wasn't, our savings account is $1,000 less. I was just like, well, that was what it's there for. That's what we're doing. And then I get a note from my sister. My dad passed away recently, and his affairs were just totally in a mess. And nobody knew what anything was going on. But Deirdre sends me this text. She goes, Dad had a life insurance policy of $5,000. I mean, 5 siblings. She goes, you're going to get $1,000. Just like that. It was within the $1,000 went out. And I'm like, oh, that's very interesting. $1,000 comes in. And so anyway, I just wanted to share those stories with you and get on the train. All right, thanks.
Thank you, Billy. We got one more planned one, and that's from my lovely wife, Heather, so she's going to come up and share.
It's a family affair.
But you can do yours right there. Yes.
So, everyone knows I'm having knee surgery tomorrow, right? And so, this week has been, so also, does anybody in this room know that Heather is a control freak? My daughter put her hand up really fast. I can't do it. So yeah, it's very difficult for me to let go of control. And when it comes to things like this surgery, I tend to just put my head down and force my way forward and continue doing as many things as I can possibly do. My boss even had to tell me to stop working on Friday. So a lot of that is to cover up the fact that I'm scared to death, right? And so it's been that kind of week. So Thursday, I go up to the clinic where I'm having my surgery, and I'm trying to get in the car, and I drop my cane. And I don't know if anybody knew, I had this really pretty wood cane, you know? And I'm getting in the car to go up to the clinic where I'm going to have surgery. And the cane falls outside of the car, and I didn't even think about it. I just picked it up, threw it in the car, and got in and went up there. So I get up the hill where the clinic is, and I go to reach for the cane, and the cane is broken. There's no top on the cane anymore. It's a solid wood cane. But somehow the cane decided that it was done. So I took it as a sign, and even my daughter said that it's a sign that I'm not going to need it anymore. So then, yesterday, I was driving back from something that I had to go do, and I had been, off my phone for a long period of time at this place, and I get in the car, and I put the phone down, and it pops open, which it's not supposed to do, right? Because it should need my fingerprint. It pops open, and there's a picture of my surgeon. Pops up on my phone. I hadn't, done a search for him. I hadn't done anything. But the phone all of a sudden has my doctor on it, looking at me. And I'm thinking, okay. And then I come in here, and again, I'm still doing that head down, forward, don't think about it thing. And Billy starts to sing. And he sings a song that says, "Fall into grace is what faith is all about." And I start bawling over here. Because that's what I needed to hear. Being a control freak and having faith, or what's the word? Diametrically opposed. I almost said diabolically opposed. They're diametrically opposed. It's really hard to stay in complete control of something and let go. So Billy, I want to thank you specifically. I really needed to hear that. But I also want to thank all of you, because I know you've all been here for me. Everyone's asked about it. Everyone wants to know how they can help. And I really can't tell you how blessed I feel to have a community like this. Every single one of you are just stars. So, here we go. Thank you, everyone.
Awesome. God is good, yeah?
All the time.
All the time. So is there anybody else that wants to... Oh, Dixie. I could bring this to you, or if you want to come up.
Come up.
Well, I have three things to say. First was that I moved here several years ago, and I moved from a place where I had a lot of spiritual support from friends and everything, And I moved here and I didn't know a soul. And there was no church that believed the way I did in Winters. And so I ended up driving all the way to Vacaville. And I treated and treated for years. I treated for a church in Winters that believed the way I did. And so now, guess what? It took a few years of treatment. And when I was visualizing this, I pictured this building as being where it would be. And then the other thing I wanted was friends that believed the way I did, that lived locally. And I was, COVID hit, and then that made it hard to make friends and so forth. And so here I was trying to find like-minded friends, and now I have some. The third thing I wanted to say is I appreciate the treatments of our practitioners and the fact that we have this prayer box that we can put our requests in. And they've been treating for a dog. The little dog belongs to a close family friend. My daughter lives in Sacramento, and her roommate has a little dog named Sunny. Sunny is a little blonde dog, a small dog, and he's young and healthy and happy and just loved to run and play, chase squirrels and wrestle with the other dogs in the family. And a few weeks ago, for no apparent reason, he woke up paralyzed. He could not stand. He could drag his hind feet behind him. He couldn't wag his tail. He didn't appear to be in pain, and it happened on Memorial Day, and there was no neurologist, veterinary neurologist available. They called around and they couldn't find one. And the vet said, well, the surgery would have to be done within 24 hours to fix it. And so they couldn't find anybody within 24 hours to do any surgery or anything on him. So she said, you just should put him down. And she sent him home with some pain medicine and said, put him down. Well, my daughter's friend, Lori, she couldn't do that. She said, I want to give him a chance. So I came in here and I asked, I put in the prayer request, please treat for Sonny and for his owner too, And things started to change. And Sonny actually wagged his tail. Oh, that was a good sign. And then he stood for a few seconds. He fell back down again, but he stood. And Sonny has a will to get over this. He wants to chase those squirrels. He's young, he's healthy in every other way. And so they got him what they call a drag bag, and he could pull that along behind him and walk around dragging his hind legs. That way he wouldn't hurt his hind legs by dragging them. Well, they got him a wheelchair and a walker. Now, it turns out that my daughter is a physical therapy assistant, and her roommate works at the same rest home with her, and she's an occupational therapy assistant. And their job is helping people after strokes and things to be able to walk again and so forth. So they started applying the techniques that they had been using on people to Sonny. And now Sonny can walk in his walker with a little help. And Doreen goes along behind him and kind of moves his feet for him. And she sits on she's got a little scooter she sits on. She scoots along behind him and moves his feet. And she helps him walk in his walker. And of course, he can always sit down in it. They have a way for it's a combination walker stroller. But he's getting better. Every day he's getting better. And the other day, he actually stood up and ran across the room. He fell down again, and he hasn't done it since. But I just know that it's our collective consciousness that's doing this. And I'm just so thankful to everybody that has treated for him. And I'd like everybody here, if you could, when you're doing your daily treatments, if you could just remember Sonny, I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Dixie. Drag bag. That's what I'm taking from that drag bag. And happy last day of Pride. That's what it reminds me of. So, are there any other testimonies? We got time for like one more. Oh, Tracy. There you go.
Thank you. Mine's about a piano too. So I grew up, I'll try to make this quick. So when I was little, so I grew up around a piano. My mom played the piano, and I loved to tinker on it and try to play songs that, by ear. And I wanted lessons, but for some reason I don't remember why. My mom did not give me lessons. But I always wanted to play the piano. And a couple of years ago, maybe about a year ago, my neighbor was moving, and she tried to sell this piano she had and couldn't sell it. So her son came over, and he was like, "Do you know anybody that wants a piano?" And I was like, "I want a piano." I told it to Jason, and he's like, "What?" So I wanted the piano, even though I had no idea how to play. And so the piano came over, and I taught myself some things on it through LinkedIn Learning. And Marty, as you all know, is an excellent piano player, but she does live in Sacramento, so she's not able to come to service very often, but every once in a while she was so gracious to come over and show me a few things on the piano. But my learning was very limited, and the last time she came over, I was like, I need to learn chords, I need to learn notes, and I don't know what I'm doing. And she goes, "You need a piano teacher." And I said, "I can't afford that. I just can't, not right now." So anyway, like 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, I was talking to Dixie, and we were just talking about things, and she was telling me that she had supported herself as a piano player. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm trying to learn how to play the piano." And she got so excited, and she said, "Please, let me teach you, and I won't take a penny for it." Which is the, those little miracles that just keep coming to you. And so I had my first lesson, and I cannot really put into words my experience. I can't describe to you what it was like to be at Dixie's house with Tom and Heidi, and every time I did something just like bloop, 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 Tom and Heidi were cheering me on. And to be in that environment and learning the piano in that environment, I'm just beyond grateful. But really, this story is truly about how every single one of you here is so incredibly special. And we're such a tiny group, but each and every one of you that comes into this room is so incredibly unique and special, and that's the miracle to me is so on. Thank you.
Thank you, Tracy. Wow. When I say God is good, y'all say all the time. God is good.
All the time.
Yes. Yes, that is right. All the time. So, maybe one more. If anybody's got a little short one. No one. Yes, then every. Oh, we got one.
It'll be short. So, I don't have people come to my house. Since I live alone and it's my turn, I can live with it. I'm fine. But my sister and my best friend from like forever, I come in to visit. So I was in a bit of a panic. Found somebody who's helping me. But the latest thing was my toilet was leaking, and then my tub backed up. And my plumber, the guy who I've had for years and years, hasn't been responsive. I'm texting and nothing. So I'm starting to panic. Finally, he responds, and he's like, his guy is off having hernia surgery, so he'll be out of commission for a couple of months. And I'm like, oh my God. So I was able to call upon some old friends from way back, and finally got a referral of somebody who lives in basically the Bay Area, but who was willing to come at least take a look. He fixed everything, and the peace of mind is incredible. You guys ever had peace of mind after you've been like freaking out?
Yep.
Peace of mind is incredible.
God is good. Yes, indeed. And so that brings to a close our Testimony Sunday. Was that good for y'all? Yes. It is so good to know that these things are happening around us at all times. At all times. So I want to thank everyone that shared and everyone that contributed. And I also want to thank those people out there that wanted to share, but were maybe too nervous to share, or wanted to share, maybe they didn't think they had something worthy enough to share. All of our blessings count. Your blessings matter. And so, whether you spoke or whether you didn't speak, thank you for bringing your open heart and for bringing your blessings in here with us today. And so let's take that into prayer. I think before we pray, I'm going to give us our home play. Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. That is our home play for today. It's up on the screen. It's very important to remember that you are loved. Remember that you are loved. Let's go inside right now to that center of love in our being. To that place where we're safe and warm. Where there is no doubt that there is one God, one Spirit, one consciousness, one mind, that we are all frolicking in. It is the seat of all creativity. And as there is just one, each and every one of us is part of that one. We have access to all the love that is. We have access to all the power that is, all the joy, all the wisdom, all the beauty. All of that is part of who and what we are. And I know that as we are one, we can never be separated. We can't be separated from each other. We can't be separated from Spirit. It's our birthright. It is our divine inheritance. And so each and every blessing that occurs in our lives, we're worthy of. Each and every blessing, each and every miracle. We say thank you and more please. Knowing that our blessings are always at hand, no matter what we're facing. No matter what our condition is, no matter how high that mountain is to climb, we are never climbing it alone. We're climbing it with the all-knowing, all-loving, all-powerful Creator of all things that is always with us. Helping us, informing us, delighting us, embracing us. And I'm happy and thankful to know this, to incorporate it into the core of my being, to embody it, to live this truth, to walk every day knowing that I'm not alone. Wake up every morning knowing that I'm loved to my core. And to know that about each and every person that I meet. I'm thankful for this blessing. And so I release these words into that blessed mind of the universe that makes our beliefs our reality. And I put in these thoughts and words of love, of truth, of power into that mind to make these words true in my life, to manifest them, to show them. And so let us all release these words. Let us all release these words without a care, knowing that they're true, knowing that they're done, knowing that they're acted upon immediately, and knowing that we will see them in our lives as soon as we open our eyes. And let us all say together to release these words and to seal this prayer with the words, and so it is.
Wow. So this next song is kind of funny song, and it's just about how we are manifesting everything all the time, whether we are conscious of it or not conscious of it. And so every little thing, every little thought, right? So that's why we try to keep that stuff on the train, not falling off. This is called Make My Day. Excuses for the things that I said. I make appointments, I make a deal, I make a promise and I keep it real. Every thought, every word is received as it is heard. Every breath that I'm taking is a prayer that I am making in every way. I make my arrangements, I make amends. some noise with all of my friends. I make mistakes, I make believe, I make a list of the things up my sleeve. Every thought, every word is received as it is heard. Every breath that I'm taking is a prayer that I am making in every way. I make my What would you do if you knew that you could change the world? I make ends meet, I make a wish, I make a guess, I hit or I miss. I make my way, I make a mess, I make up what I have to confess. Every thought, every word is received as it is heard. Every breath that I'm taking is a prayer that I am making in every way. I make my day, and in every inconceivable, amazing, unbelievable, improbable, impossible way, I make my day. I make my day.
I love that song. So, we are a center that observes the spiritual practice of giving and tithing, and we call it conscious, committed, and structured giving. And there are many ways to give and expand your abundance consciousness. We give of our time through volunteering or service. We give of our talents through participation, and we give of our treasure through financial donations. Your gifts help us in our mission to provide a sanctuary for all to be lifted and inspired to embody spiritual principles and live their inherent greatness. And this month's tithing partner is Davis Books to Prisoners. It's our last week, and we've been talking this up all month, and it is a worthy organization to donate to. We can't afford to leave anybody behind. We can't afford to write off anyone. And this is a noble mission that seeks to provide books to prisoners that want to read, that want to expand, that want to change their lives. And this, as you probably well know, reading is a great way to do that. Whose life hasn't been changed by something they read? Right? So as you give, please know that we're giving a portion of your tithe to this very worthy organization. So there are several ways to give. You can text to give. There's numbers on your screen right there. You can text to give. You can PayPal us at our new PayPal. Yeah, donate at CSLYolo.org. The result of a lot of work. Those little words, those little letters up there were the result of a lot of work. And you can also send a good old-fashioned check or money order to CSL Yolo. Or you can just put some money in the pot there as it's coming around to you. Just throw some money in that old plate. Do it the old-fashioned way. So now that we know why we give and we know how to give, let us enter into that sacred consciousness of divine abundance. And I ask you to place your hand over your heart, symbolizing that vibrational energy of circulation, and say with me our abundance affirmation. I give with an attitude of abundance, knowing that as I give, I do receive. Today, I celebrate my prosperity and my ability to share from my overflow of good. I give from the knowledge that all is well.
God is my source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, God gives me everything I need. God is my source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need.
We bless and release these gifts to do their work of proclaiming the good news that all is well. As we have freely given according to the law of circulation, it returns to us, full measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. So we will always have more to enjoy and to spare, to give and to share. For this we give thanks, we let it be so, and so it is. Yeah, hooray for the offertory. Yay! All right. We want to let the children know, the children that are out there, the children that are headed their way, the children that are nestled in our hearts right now. We have a message for you, and that message is, we love you.
We love you.
We're here for you.
We're here for you.
And we're so glad you're here.
So glad you're here.
And we believe in the power of connection at this Center for Spiritual Living Yolo. What does that mean? That means that we believe we are connected to Spirit. And we are also connected to each other. And that connection has power. And we exercise that power of good in our lives through prayer. That's one of the avenues that we do, is through prayer. And if you find yourself in need of prayer today, please let us know. Prayer practitioners are here. You can come to me. You can come to our blessed Dr. Deborah that is here. And we are trained to see God working in your life right now, no matter what it is you're working on. So if you find yourself in need of prayer, please come and let us know. Or you can also leave a prayer request in the aforementioned prayer box that has the entire vocabulary of God scrawled upon it, inlaid in beautiful abalone, and that is yes. Yes, yes, yes. So please put a prayer in the prayer box, or alternately, if you're watching us streaming from home, you can go to our website and leave a prayer request there, and it is only looked at by our licensed prayer practitioners. So we will receive your prayer requests in any manner that you wish to share them, and we will pray on them and know the absolute best about and for you. So, one last thing, it is fellowship. We're having fellowship after the service, and we're having coffee and tea, and there's some lemonade down there, and just all kinds of goodies. So please join us, and it's also about 10 degrees cooler down there than it is in the sanctuary right now. Oh, Heather's...
Can I say something?
Oh, sure. Go ahead and pick up the mic and speak. Heather has an announcement for y'all.
Yes, I just wanted to say, because I won't be here next month, I wanted to make sure that everyone knew. In the snapshot that'll be coming out later today, and also on the website, we will have a QR code, QR code, there we go, that will take you to a fellowship survey. Why can't I think today? Anyway, please take that survey. It's for us to try and improve the fellowship and see what you like about it and what you don't like about it. We want to make sure that we make it the most enjoyable fellowship ever. So we will also have hard copies of that next week if you want to just fill them out here and give them to Reverend David to bring home to me. So I just wanted to add that. Thank you.
Thank you, Heather. And all of that wonderment takes place after our closing song and benediction. So let us circle up and have our closing song.
It's closed.
All right, here we go.
because God is with you and loving you all to your greatest extent. Always remember that, and always walk with your head up and confident. And always remember that God loves you, and so it is.
So it is.